All right.
We are calling,
Playing.
so let's see. Let's get Meridee on the line. We're calling her. Dance if you feel like you need to.
Oh, I'm always dancing. Look at that. Busting out the sprinkler.
Hello?
Oh,
Hello, is this Meridee?
It is.
Hi, Meridee. This is Paul, Outsider Tackle Box radio show and podcast. Tommy's in the studio. Say hi, Tommy.
hey, what's going on, Meridee? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Oh, I'm awake.
He's
So-
awake and he made it to the studio. That's
Yeah.
all. We never know if he's going to
Oh.
make it on time. It's always a mystery, but I'm glad that he's here.
I live life as a mystery, you know.
Good, good.
You don't want to give anybody expectations because then they hold you to them. So.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a privilege to be on the show, but apparently not to Tommy. So, but thanks for being here, Tommy. And thank you, Meridee, for coming on the show. The idea behind the podcast and radio show is to spread happiness to the world through the joys of fishing.
Absolutely.
And so thank you for sending those photos into I'm an Outsider Fishing Group.
Absolutely.
For those of you listening in
Yeah.
at home, that we have a public group that anybody can join, and that's for photo sharing. And anybody that goes on there is welcome to the podcast. So please send us in photos. People like to hear and see fishing.
Yeah, and Meridee, you've been very active on the Facebook page, and we got to reach out to you finally, and now it's your time to tell your story about the fish photos that you have sent in. It looks like we have a ginormous catfish and a slightly smaller carp. So, but the carp probably weighed more than the catfish because those things are tanks.
So we
It
just,
did.
if you can tell us just,
They're actually about the same weight. But
Oh, okay,
the catfish, it was funny. I was on a work trip out in Colorado,
okay.
and I got on one of the Colorado groups, and I said, "Hey, where can I catch some carp? I need to catch a carp in Colorado." So a guy told me about this little pond, and I go there and I say, "Hey, is there any catfish in here?" Because usually the way I fish, I do one pull for catfish, one pull for carp.
Makes sense.
And he said, "Oh, no, there's no catfish here." Last time I heard of a catfish in this pond maybe was 5 years ago. I said, "Okay, well, it doesn't matter because I'm going for a carp anyway." So, and I look out in this pond and it is filled with carp. They're swimming everywhere, jumping everywhere. I'm all sorts of excited. I'm going to finally catch this Colorado carp.
Nice.
And I throw my lines out. I still threw a line out with my catfish bait on it.
Mm-hmm.
There's some really nasty, stinky sucker meat that I'd been traveling around with for a week.
Oh,
So
I'm sure they enjoyed that in the luggage.
Everyone at this pond could smell my bait.
Wow.
Because I caught carp on my catfish bait. So I just thought, what the heck? I have it with me. Might as well use it. So I throw it
yeah,
out
the
there, and all of a
stinkier the
sudden,
better. So as
I
long
don't-
as it's sticking around in there, it's going to work good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, apparently. I woke up the monster catfish.
Oh man.
So, anyways.
That thing is almost
get on
half
the
the
bait.
size of you. That's a good looking. That's a good big
Yeah,
cat.
he was 15.9 pounds.
Wow.
And I started reeling him in, and I was like, "This doesn't feel like a carp." And the guy was like, "That doesn't look like a carp." So he grabs the net, and we net it. I'm like, "Oh my God, it's a catfish!" And he says, "Well, now we know there's one in here."
That's awesome. I bet you he.
Yeah,
they,
so I didn't even catch a carp. I didn't even catch a carp that day. I caught the monster catfish. That was
Oh
it.
man, and I bet you they didn't even want to fish with you anymore after that.
Yes. He never tried to fish with me again. I would go back to Colorado for work, and I'd say, "Hey, let's fish." "Oh, I'm busy. Oh, I'm busy." And then
He's like, I don't want to fish
he
with you.
never wanted to fish with me. Yeah, it was it was awkward.
But that's awesome. I mean, honestly, that makes for a great story. I mean, and again, like I said, looking at your pictures that you've sent before and everything, it looks like you love to go after carp.
We've seen it.
Yeah,
We've quite a few
my
pictures.
favorite
Yeah.
fish.
Yeah. Now, how is it?
Carp's my favorite.
How fun is it to catch those? I mean, because they're kind of difficult. It's a whole different setup, right?
Well, they'll steal your bait. That's what's nice about, I think,
I
carp.
don't know. I just throw my bait out and hope for a fish. Honestly.
Oh, there you go. See.
I was fishing for bass.
It doesn't have to be complicated.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
And if you get close enough to a carp, sometimes they're a little finicky about what they want to eat. But for the most part, it's fun because you're not ever really fishing for a carp. I think, at least I don't. And then it just bites, and you're like, hey, there it is.
Look at there it is.
Let's pull that one in because it's still
then
fun.
There's me. That's generally all I fish for is carp.
That's awesome. And
So,
then they put up a good
sometimes
fight.
I catch other fish, but I'm usually always trying to catch a carp.
You know what? A fish is a fish.
And yeah, that other carp, the other picture of that carp, I was actually only fishing for catfish because we had this little thing in a group where you catch a catfish every month. So I was on a mission to get a catfish, and I had my chicken liver out there, and all of a sudden my pole's bent over, and I got a big old catfish. I was so excited.
Yep.
I'm reeling him in, and all of a sudden I get him in. I'm like, this isn't catfish.
This is
This carp ate my chicken liver. And he was 15 pounds, about the same as that catfish, but he was blind. He had no eyes.
Oh, wow.
Really? Wow.
I like that both of
He
these
was
fish.
missing both of his eyeballs.
It's like the stories are meant for the other photo. Like they're side by side, and she was actually fishing for the other type of fish each time.
They're swapped. Yeah.
That's a great story.
I was fishing for catfish, and I caught a carp, and I was fishing for carp, and I caught a catfish. That's awesome.
Well, thanks for sending in
It
the
always
photos.
worked that way for me.
It works like that for a lot of us. So there's many times where you're fishing for trout or something like that, and you end up getting like a catfish bite or something, some random place. But that's awesome.
It's always fun catching. And so these two photos got you on the radio show and podcast. So thanks again. Please continue to send us in photos. You're welcome back on the show anytime.
Absolutely.
It sounds like you have a monthly fishing group that you belong to, or that you go and fish and try to catch a type of fish. We'd love to hear more about that. If you want to talk about your group, please feel free to do that, and have anybody that belongs to that come on the show. It's just about spreading happiness to the world through the joys of fishing, and fishing is therapeutic for a lot of people, and it's just good fun. I think it's good to hear.
It's good fun.
Stories about people catching fish, and so it's something that we want to continue to do and offer to everybody, because everybody has a fish story, and we want to share it with all the outsider fans, and just people who enjoy the sport. So we're going to upload this to all our social media and those platforms, and so we have it on iTunes, and then
you'll be able
Spotify.
You'll be able to share it with all your friends and family and everything through YouTube and Spotify. And
we're
and
live
iTunes.
right now, and so for all the people listening, this is Meridee Ketter. She's sent in photos, and she's sharing her fish story with us.
Absolutely. So, and Meridee, like I said, just keep the photos coming. We
love them.
Yeah, we love them. We love looking at, different pictures.
Oh, I've got many more.
Yes.
And please post them. We love them. So.
And we thank you. It's and people, it's something new. Not everybody's gone on a podcast, but it's fun.
It is.
I think it's fun. It's just to hear.
Yeah,
other
I
fishing
never
stories.
really even knew what a podcast was, so I had to do a little research.
It's just like an
little
internet.
old-fashioned.
Yeah.
It's just an internet radio show. So.
I'm learning.
There you go. That's all that
It's
matters.
new to Tommy too. I was like, Tommy, we're just going to talk into a mic, and we're going to talk about fishing. So
yeah, I'm actually learning as we're speaking, so it's okay.
Sweet.
Well, thank you very much. From all of us here at Outsider Tackle Box, fish more, tight lines, and
Meridee.
let's stay in touch.
One. Have a good Saturday.
All right. Thank you for
Take
having
care.
me.
Absolutely. Anytime. You're always welcome back. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. Bye.
Bye. That's awesome.